everybody. In this video, I'm going to go over Gale ebook resources. I felt like it was a resource that a lot of our staff could utilize, maybe not all of us, but a very large chunk of us potentially, that we can use for our students, for our curriculum, and has a lot of differentiation pieces added into it. That's really going to help us, on OTES 2.0, but also differentiating our classrooms because it's beneficial. So to get there, if you didn't watch the first video, you making sure you're logging into TRCC. The login information is up there, or you can email me and I'll give you the login information. And you're going to go into grades 9 through 12 because we don't care about the younger grades right now. And so out of all these resources, we have Gale books right here. They have a financial literacy collection and they have a STEM and career collection. There's some social emotional learning ones as well in the STEM and career collection if you wanted to incorporate that in your classroom as well. So these are brand new collections. So there's 50 books in the financial literacy and there's about 70 books in the STEM and career one, and that's continuing to grow every day. And so based on our use of these resources, InfoHio is going to keep adding to these. And it's a mix of sort of regular books, articles, and a lot of textbooks as well that can be integrated into the curriculum. So I'm going to go into the STEM one for now, but they both look exactly the same no matter which one you're going into. You have your basic search, advanced search that you can use like any sort of database search. It's going to give you sort of their top used ones at the time, their most recent ones as well. And then I'll show you how to use the annotation tools here in a bit. So let's pretend I'm going to search up robots. And maybe that's what we're doing in the classroom. So we have about 42 results that include robots within these texts. And a lot of these texts, or every single one of them, can actually be translated. So even if you find one of these texts that's originally published in Spanish, there is a tool where you can translate it into English for your students to use and for you to use. Or if you have a English language word in your classroom, that can be translated for them so they can still utilize those same sources in your classroom while they're learning. So once you click on whatever source you want, chose dirty and dangerous jobs, it's going to give you this initial table of contents view. So if you come up here, it has the table of contents. So this is one section from a larger book that it's showing me over dirty and dangerous jobs. So if you liked that one chapter, you can then see the entire book as a piece if you wanted to as well. If you want to look at a PDF version of this, you need to click Book View. So BookView gives you that PDF version that you can print, you can send it to yourself, you can download, really easy, incorporate it into your classroom. But what's even more beneficial is you can actually annotate this. Students can annotate it, and you can save your annotations as well. Up here too, you have your citation. So if you're wanting students to cite it in MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, it's right there for you to copy paste. This is also a good place to go to if students are wanting to do research on anything. So for science fair research or English paper research, these ebook chapters can be really great resources, and they're going to need to cite them. And they, of course, can send it to themselves. So when you're in this table of contents view here, you can annotate. One of the first really nice pieces is that it can be read to them. So they can listen to it, plug their headphones in, and really make sure they're getting the information the best way that they need to within there. You can also change your font sizes. There's a lot of display options. There's also a dyslexia option, which I can show you how to find if you want, if you're using that for your students, to ensure that they're getting the best reading experience that helps them the most within there. So part of the annotation tools that you can use while you're reading is if you highlight a word, you can click on it and it gives you the option to actually highlight it, add notes to that, and it can even define it for them. So if there's a confusing word in there that they're not sure what it means, the text is going to define it for them. So it's showing them how to use those annotation skills that they're going to use on state tests and that they're going to use in any other place, like their English classes, to do any sort of research. As you're annotating, so if I want to highlight this section and I'm going to highlight this section, and maybe I gave them a note to add to their homework. Okay, so I'm adding my annotations. I can actually then save these annotations here as I'm going through and then send out my annotations to a Google Drive or a Microsoft Drive. So then I can post that into my Canvas if I wanted to. The issue with annotations, if you exit out of this tab though, it's not going to save your annotations. So do your annotations, keep the tab open, then save it and send it off where you need to save it, and then they'll be saved. Or students obviously can be annotated on their own as well, and they'll be there. So Gale Books is a great resource for your financial literacy, your STEM topics, and social emotional learning that allows students to annotate on those sources. You can annotate and incorporate them very easily into your Canvas tools or Google Drive or OneDrive within those pieces. If you have any questions on how to use Gale Books, please let me know, and I can help you talk through how to integrate it into your curriculum as well. But have a wonderful day.